Zwift group ride. Hi from Snowy Mountains, riding with my wife. I'm never done a ladder Zwift ride before, so this is my first time. Hopefully I'm going to get some good questions come through, and yeah, we'll see how we're going. So I'm going to just open up the app, the Zwift companion app. This, as I said, this is my first time that I've actually led a group ride, so I'm just saying I'm Gemma. I'm based in Mallorca, and I'm a sports dietitian. So I'm hoping that we're going to get lots of questions about nutrition here while we are on the chat. Sports dietitian. How do we spell dietitian? Dietitian. Awesome. So I'm a sports dietitian. Oh, I need to move this chat around because what are we doing? Your recording has stopped. Refresh. Let's go. Okay, gonna have to try and get this going again because I don't think we are sharing my screen. Let's share Zoom. Oh, not Zoom. What are we on? We're on Zwift. Share Zwift. It's all well and good. Technology was working for me for a minute, and I'll have to change my view. Change screen. Yeah. Where's my screen? Share. Alright. I have no idea if this is actually live or not. Hopefully it is. I don't know where all these people are. But I've already had a 70k ride today, so my legs aren't particularly as fresh. Just me. I'm just sitting right now. Just me to ride later. Just me as the ride later. It's a privilege to ride with you. Who's coming live to Mallorca? Who's coming to Mallorca? Mallorca next month. Right. So, as I said, I've already done 70k's today. I have no idea if this is actually recording live or if it's going to be not recording live. In theory, it should be sharing to YouTube, but I have no idea. So, because I can't actually see the questions and I can't see if it's going live. In theory, I should be getting questions come up on the screen here, where I am now, but so far it's not working. So let's see if I go back into my system. I just have to turn it off. Doesn't want to work. Alright, well, we might be having questions coming here live, we might not. Coming to Mallorca, we've got a few people coming to Mallorca. That's Rachel, we've got Gerald, we've got Alfred Fung. So I think I've already done, as I said, I've already ridden 70 k's today, so I was a little bit worried how I'd feel on this particular ride. I'm not super fresh. Got ride leaders. What else have we got? Questions. Alberta in the garage. What new questions? We first visit to Mallorca. Yeah, Mallorca's before. Mallorca is beautiful. Beautiful. 70k rides there today, so super fresh. All right. I'd be curious to see if the questions will be coming up on YouTube. In theory, they're supposed to be coming up on my screen here right now, but I can't see anything, so hoping that it is coming up. And Green Danby, someone's building. This thing is supposed to be an easy one today, right? I hope so. Oh man, I hope so. I'm tired. Renting. People renting or shipping their own roofs. Even though I live on the same continent, renting, shipping. Yeah, be curious to hear, for those of you who travel with your bikes, do you take bikes with you? Or do you find that you tend to take them, do you find that you rent? I've done both. When I spent probably anywhere from 6 to 9 months in Spain, and then 3 to 6 months in Australia following the racing season around. And personally, I have a bike in both countries just to save myself having to do all the drama from carrying things backwards and forwards. It makes my life a lot easier. But yeah, we'll see. I think if I'm going to be in Italy for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, a couple of weeks, I think I might even be there for a month on this, in July, August, September. So someone has asked, can you just lock a bike in Palma and have lunch and walk around, or do you have to keep the bikes inside always? I mean, I personally always lock it up. Yeah, I found that there's been more bikes stolen lately, but a lot of cafes have, like, they have bike locks. In the villages, it's fine. So what are we up to? We're doing 35 kilometers an hour. Woo, I love flat riding. I'm definitely not a climber. My preference for cycling is most definitely flat roads. Yeah, today I was supposed to go for a ride with some mates today, and got to the meeting point at 9:30. No one was there. Waited. No one showed up. It's a bit annoying, but one guy ended up showing, and that was good. But yeah, it took a bit of time. Can I just check my YouTube page to see if I've had any questions come up with the... See if I don't have any questions come up. How do I get to YouTube? YouTube. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Okay, cool. It is working. Excellent. Now, I just need to figure out, how do I get to the chat? It's very much the first time I've done this. So, if I could find out where the chat is, then that would be quite handy. Because, in theory, if there's any questions, it'd be cool to see what they are. They're coming up. Do you field, so Joe has said, Gemma, do you field random nutritional questions during rides? Always. It's my favourite part of the job. Yeah, so always my favourite part of the job. So I'm trialing recording this on Zwift. Not Zwift, on YouTube. So any questions, please ask. I guess it'll be around 23. Oh, temperatures. Okay, alright. So someone has asked about what the temperature it is weather-wise. So right this week, temperature this week, right now it is 17 degrees, 14 degrees right this second, lows of 9 and highs of 22. That's what we're going through this week. So currently 9 to 22 degrees. It's been a bit cooler with the rain, but it's clearing up. It is moving. I've had a spell. It's clearing up. Like the wind is cold. Essentially, so dress for summer. Exactly. Yeah. So right now in spring and winter, the spring sort of season, it's kind of, I mean obviously inside my house, but I would wear this, or wear summer bibs, a summer jersey. If I was riding outside, I'd have a base layer, or short sleeve base layer on, have the arm warmers and a gilet, and I usually unzip all of that. So that's summer kit plus arm warmers and base layer and gilet, and a gilet. I feel it. Just trying to change my ways into gilet. How does it smell? Cool. Alrighty. Okay. How's this for the pace? I'm only doing 40 kilometers an hour. Around the flat. Makes it a bit easier. We've got one climb. So we just keep this pretty chill and cruisy like this. Best recovery drink. Ooh. Milk. Milk. Chocolate milk. Milk. So groups, I think the aim for the group, so I'm going to be one of the ride leaders for the Zwift, the Electrolyte, in a month's time, and groups of, I think 15, max 20, I think it was, max 20, max 20, there's heaps of groups, 3 different distances, so each day we're going 3 different directions, and then each day each group will be kind of going back in the different areas that we were riding in previously. Picture-in-picture mode close to maintain recording quality. Check your device specs and try again. I'm just going to leave it. Let's see, sounds perfect. Groups have 1 leader and a sweep. I think so, yes. I think so, yes. So, as I was saying, there are 3 different loops of different lengths, and different speeds, like paced groups within each one. So there's a pretzel, mega pretzel, and uber pretzel. Different pace groups within each one. What else are we going on? Questions have we got? Sounds perfect. With proteins, Okay, so going back to the protein recovery question. Favorite recovery drink? My favorite recovery drink is chocolate milk. Chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk. Favorite recovery drink is chocolate milk. Alright. But I mean, my preference is food wherever possible. Okay. How are we going? I think I'm going to have to get a faster computer. I'm going to do something if my computer isn't coping with me recording YouTube with a video and screen all at the same time. That's alright. We can manage that. Close it to prevent it from quality. Check your device specs and try again. Just going to leave it as it is. Hope for the best. Might be next time that I can't record the actual Zwift screen in here, and then I'll just record it separately or something. Sounds perfect. Alrighty, where are we up to? Done 8 Ks. Still pretty flat. How's the pace going? I've been enjoying getting back into Zwift the last couple of weeks because I hadn't ridden on it for a while because of the amount of travel I was doing. Although now what standard snacks do you recommend for the rides? Okay, so if I was to walk into a grocery store in Mallorca, what snacks do you recommend for the rides? Oh, so love real food. Real food, so you can get muesli bars, what else can we get? Dried fruit. Oh, who's speaking? How's that? I didn't even know how that worked. Someone just said right on. I don't know if you could heard that. That's cool. Dried fruit. So we've got like dates, apricots, what do you call it? Pineapple. Dried pineapple is amazing. Dried pineapple from Mercadona. So it's €1. €1 and then 50 grams of carbs, I think. 50 grams of carbs. Not crabs, carbs. Super tasty. Super tasty. How do you spell? Alright. Cool. €1, 50 grams carb, super tasty. What else can you get from the supermarket? Dried fruit, muesli bars, or like tortilla wraps. Tortilla wraps. Add peanut butter, or cheese, or jam, etc. It's also like a decathlon. Decathlon has sports products, many spark shops too as well. So, I'm still new to this bike, but there we go. Learning how to use all the different buttons and things on this. How's the bike shop in the Alcudia area? Oh, there's heaps. Yeah, there's heaps. Heaps in Alcudia. That's where most cycle tourism is. So most tourism is currently like going into peak season. So it's all open. Oh, hello, now go to hill. Okay, 3% hill. So hills are my nemesis. I'm not a huge fan of climbing. I need to climb more. I'm actually signed up to do an event in a couple of weeks. Somebody works Fowler, core powder, Brian Chucking Woods. If you want to stick and buy everything you need here. More available than the mainland. I lived in 6 before 2 Malta. How many people have we got? We still got 3 riders nearby. I'm happy being in the middle. Definitely warming up. So yeah, most bike shops here in Milka have products. So I mean, off the top of the head, products that I know you can buy here, whether in Palmer or the other side. Never Second. We've got Morton. You can buy Morton. There's a couple of like local brands of products that are pretty good. So 22/6 is a pretty common brand. What else have we got? Oh man. Okay. This is where I can feel. I've done 300 Ks this week, so I'm a bit tired now. I'm quite happy keeping the power low and just cruising as we go around. How's it going? I'm probably going to get dropped by everyone. I don't know. On a hill it's pretty common when we get dropped. So there we go. I always wondered how people are texting at the same time as riding in a race. Because usually when I'm riding or if I'm climbing or whatever, then I'm just trying to survive. Oh dear. I like the flat roads. Give me a flat road any day. Put me on a climb and I'll complain. Although, I'll usually be smiling at the same time as complaining. So today, even though this is like supposedly like an easy ride and all that, I'm still feeling it. I recommend people fuel Zwift rides, even if they are quite short, just because what happens is that you end up burning up more energy in these easy rides than you would doing the same thing outside. And so if you don't fuel it well, then you just end up pretty cooked. Oh, that's an interesting question. Any benefit to adding fibre to fueling for rides over 3 hours in length? Not unless you want to stop for the toilet. You want to stop for the toilet. So basically the longer, slower rides use more raw food for sure. Bars, biscuits, cakes, sandwiches, etc. But But the harder the ride, the higher the intensity, the more like faster fuel you'll need. Harder the rider. Harder the ride. So, as I said, I've got, what have I got? I've got Scratch Labs mix in this bottle. I picked it up from Australia when I was there in January. So I think I've got 2 scoops, so that's 40 grams in here. Because that just helps for these little nasty little kickers that happen in a group ride. Often in the group ride, feels like an intense, we're all spaced out. Yeah, it's a little bit, I think climbs are always a bit like that. This feels like an intense ride now. I'm trying to stick with the most people. Stick with the most people. Yeah. Thing with climbing, you can only do your pace. If you try and do someone else's, you will blow up. The climbs here are long, so to pace smart. And join a group where the overall speed is realistic for you. Realistic for you and the climbing. So as an example, I'm riding with a group this weekend. The plan, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but the plan is 206 kilometers and 3,500 meters of climbing. So yeah, it's going to be a big day. This weekend I'm doing kilometer with 400 meters climbing. It's a big day. The hardest for me to estimate what my road speed is when taking into account the climbing. Alright, where's this group? Where's everyone gone? We've got a bunch of guys up the front, and then a few people. Oh, one day. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. I'm going to be leading okay, so I'm trying to think when I did the 200k last year. I think it took us we stopped 5 times. It took us all day. I wasn't really paying attention. So it's so casually nonchalant, so then for me that means don't do Gemma's climb. I'm doing the longest group rides. Definitely not the fastest. Just got to swim across the Atlantic this afternoon. I usually get chucked into spicy groups. Trying to think. I'm too heavy for climbing. Well, if you want help with your nutrition, I can help you with that. Trying to look at, when was the last big ride I did? I mean, I haven't done a big long ride since I looked properly. So this weekend, it's going to be the big ones. Alright, let's check. Where's my activities? We did a long ride last weekend. Depends if it's going like social or if it's like you're stopping for coffee and lunch and everything. So I think it's worth like speed on Zwift. Speed on Zwift doesn't quite doesn't quite translate to the real world sometimes. Trying to think. I mean, those rides will often come back with an average of 25 to 28 kilometers an hour. Like never. Yeah. Where's the group? 30k. Oh, we're going down that hill. Amazing. I think I'd have to look what long rides I did. Awesome, but like big tip on Sampson. Now I'm doing Sampson. Don't eat real food at the bottom. Coke, Haribo, Coke, Haribo, gels, no drink, only. You can have cake at the top for afterwards. I'll probably rock in my head. My head. I haven't done it since July. So the last time I did Sampson was in July last year. I'll look it up later. Yeah, I haven't done it. Last year. So weird. Hearing cows in the background. I'm thirsty. Probably not a short punchy one. No. It's like 13, 14 kilometers maybe. I can't remember. 14 kilometers, 14 kilometers maybe. Starts just climbing, and the second you turn around, it's a down and straight back up. Just like that, third of the way down. 150k, 14, 9, 2,409 meters. Numbers. No. All these climbs, like, you've got to pace yourself. All of them. Right. What are you up to? just going downhill. Although I am annoyed that I haven't managed to get my YouTube to work. Well, at least not I can't get the chat to work. I don't know how to get the chat to work. Let's try that next one. So, what was that question? Okay. Ugh, man, I'm in the wrong gear. Better to sip carb drinks often or to fill up less frequently? I find sipping, oh hang on, whatever go. Come on. Catch up. Where are these? Where is everyone? I wasn't trying to drop everyone. I'm honestly just trying to chill. So you can layer it. So, sip small amounts regularly as a baseline energy, then like solids every 20, 30 minutes, and then on top. These are big days. I want to be fueling consistently, like, or you will struggle on day 3. I mean, what I might do, since I haven't been able to get the YouTube Zwifting to connect, I can probably do a full-on like Q&A. Pepper and any electrolyte supplements for lots of climbing. Pepper. I wouldn't be adding pepper, like as in the spice pepper. As in the spice pepper. That one's mixed for me. This one's water. Just sort of, once you get sweet, add in frequently. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, cool. Okay, so yeah, electrolytes. Yes? I'm going to do a podcast specifically on electrolytes this week. But yeah, yes. Need more electrolytes. Electrolytes to replace sweat losses. Compared to the average person. I mean, most people don't really need to be drinking electrolytes. For example, drink mixers will have it. They already have in at the right ratio. Thing is, you add too much salt in, and you can't. Realistically, how much caffeine is lethal? These questions are great. Like 1,000 cups. To be honest, I've never tried to kill someone with caffeine. Someone with oh dear, that's funny. I've never tried to kill someone anyway, in any way, shape or form. Oh dear. Thing is, generally lowest, typically what, like 3 milligrams per kilogram for performance, or to like overcome fatigue. Fatigue. Or a relationship what could be classified as slowly suicidal. That's funny. Alright. a formula. Yeah, it's weird. But more isn't always. Some people are more sensitive to caffeine. Where are we at? Dude, I don't want to chase you. Where are you going? I'm tired, mate. Try telling that to my lady friend. Yeah. Well, actually, often I find people using caffeine as a meal replacement. They aren't eating enough, and then rely on caffeine to hype them up. But you add in your milk and stuff, in your milk, etc. It's energy, but not any nutrients. I think in the future, if this is going to work, we're probably just going to have to get people to ask the questions in the chat here on Zwift, because at least I'm seeing them. Whereas I'm supposed to be seeing them on the screen on my computer, but not happening today. We must be almost done. 100 meters. Oh, 80 meters. Oh, we are. That was a lot quicker than I was expecting. Where did all the other guys go? Woo! Complete! Ta-da! Nice work, guys. Right on. That one. Better than expected. Sorry to everybody that got dropped. Oh man. There's 16, so there's a few people that are still a fair way back. So I'm just going to keep riding another 5-10 minutes or something, see what's come up. Any more questions? Give it another 20 minutes or so. So I've really been enjoying getting back on Zwift lately, because especially when I'm busy with work, there's not all that much time. Right, Kiko, I tried, but I'm not strong enough to follow you today. Who's Kiko? I don't know who Kiko is. Guessing that's somebody on the right. Do you know what? I think it's cool that I think that's great about this is that you can ride with friends in different places, same place as you. It was raining a lot last week, so I rode lots of Zwift last week, and I've got friends that are like just down the road, and you go for a ride together, put your phone on, have a good video chat, and yeah, I think, at least not today, always tomorrow. Every day is a different day. Oh man, where's the gut? I would love to see if this is actually working. I think Problem is that I need to turn the Bluetooth off, because that was part of what was happening. I reckon that this hasn't recorded the sound from my headphones, which is weird. Bluetooth off. Because originally it was using the Bluetooth for my AirPods on the video call, but I'm gonna guess that it hasn't recorded anything except for maybe on my computer. So we shall see. Top chat. It's working. Is this an online game? Yeah. So Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is here. Okay. It's working here. Amazing. So yeah. So Zwift is an online. I think the best way to describe it is an online game in some regards, because I was talking about it in my Spanish class this week to my Spanish tutor, and I described it as a video game. Videojuego, whatever. Because you can ride with people, you can ride on your own, you can race, you can do all these different routes that are real routes, so you can climb roads and mountains in a virtual world that exists in real life. And for a lot of people who are busy or who have short on time, so I mean, I work with athletes all the way around the world, and some days I just don't have time to get out and go for a proper ride, because maybe it takes me 10-20 minutes to get out of the city before you're in quiet roads. But if you've only got an hour and a half, it limits how much riding you can do, whereas you jump on Zwift and you can do something quality and get some good training in. How's everyone doing? Look at all this we got. Zwift isn't a buy. It's a community. Alright. So in 45 minutes, I'm probably going to ride until the hour. So I'll ride another 15 minutes. 15 minutes. No more questions. There are 2 Sundays. But when I'm thinking about, nutrition for fueling some of these big days, the way I like to, there's, I guess, key areas and time points that we want to be thinking about before, or the 24 hours before, the meal before you go ride, during your ride, and then after for recovery. Thank you for the info about the ride and the event. Sorry, I don't know English. And yeah, I think something I'll see people, I guess, making mistakes on when it comes to their nutrition on camps or events like this is that they underfuel, and then they end up bonking, running out of energy when they're on the rides, and it's because they haven't perhaps eaten enough afterwards. It affects their recovery, which then impacts and reduces how much you enjoy the trip. So you eat more. And I've met very, very, very few people who've overfueled in rides and in training. It's more than what we eat outside and afterwards that tends to cause the problem. And I see it a lot. I saw someone today, I'm gonna call him out, because he bailed and he didn't show up on my ride. Didn't eat before his ride today. Got back from the ride at the cafe, had 3 sandwiches plus a whole cheese plate. So definitely probably overate and ate more in that hour period I was at the cafe after the ride. than he did during expanded. And I see that all the time. People not eating enough in their rise, and they eat it all later in the day and play catch up. And so Google Translate. So Caroline, I think too rapid for me. Lo siento. Lo siento. Ok, no me funcionaba. El rodillo, he salido 3 minutos tarde. Vale. Ok. So 3 minutes late. Yeah, it started on time. Próximo. Well, I can practice my Spanish with him. That'll be good. Or her. I'm not sure if I can't see, can't quite tell. It's a man or a woman. Que no me funcionaba. My chain fell off on the back. Well, it didn't fall off. It doesn't obviously didn't fall off, but it unclipped just as I was about to get on. Most unfortunate timing for tech issues to happen when you're about to jump on a group ride. Yeah. So, it's going to be such a fun trip. Everyone coming over here to Mallorca? No problem, Gemma. Is the riding ending when you leave? I have no idea. I actually don't know. I have no idea. This is the first ride I've led. I would assume so. Quite possible. Quite possible. So I keep riding till get to 1 hour. I've already ridden today. 3 hours today. Yeah. I'm so glad they put us on a flat road here. Makes my day. Strong work, no worries. Oof, it was windy today. We got any more nutrition questions? What would you recommend vasodilators like beetroot juice more in post or pre-workout? I mean, okay, so question about beetroot and everything. Don't recommend them in training season. I would only use them in a racing period of time, because what some of these things can do is they can impact, yeah, sure, they can help with reducing DOMs and everything, but they can also then reduce your adaptations to training. In a race book, 100%, we want to be using things that are going to help us perform our peak, but not in a racing context. Sorry, not in a training sort of context. Oh, where am I pushing here? Come on, wake up. So in a racing context, I'll be using them before, but racing context you might be using them for a couple of days or a week before actual event. Oh man, where's my questions? I need to try and get this to link up a little bit better next time, so I can actually see it. This is spinning. Beetroot juice. Alright, what was another question? What would you recommend for sodium-potassium ratio for endurance athletes. I think electrolytes, hydration, is one of the most frustrating things in sports nutrition. There is no guidelines at the moment because it is so much variation between individuals, but even between each person. So I've been doing a whole bunch of deep diving and hydration. Just because we sweat it out doesn't mean that we want to be replacing that exact same amount in. If you consume too much sodium in one go, that can then lead to dehydration because it changes how your body shifts fluid between your gut and your urine when you're actually starting to absorb it. Same thing if you drink too much water but not the sodium, you can end up diluting your blood because it's shifted and pushed more water into your bloodstream. But your sweat rates change throughout the season. Your sweat rates change each day. There's a paper that was showing that they were doing it in like in workers in mines and the mining area, and their sweat rates, the amount of sodium they're losing in winter, very different to what they lost in summer. But then also the sites across the body. So depending on if you get a sweat test on your chest, your arm, your leg, wherever, they're all going to give you different. Rates. So you might end up replacing it at a higher or lower level than your body is individually using. Also, the effort you do is going to influence your sodium, your sweat rates. Like most people will sweat more indoors than outdoors as well. So, because you don't have the wind cooling us down in the same kind of way. Just imagine the who's getting holders tribute. All right. So, or in the day spa, any particular episode of your podcast you'd suggest to somebody new to it? I mean, well, I think I'm on episode 89. I think, I can't remember the numbers. I mean, there's stories with athletes about what they have changed and learned moving from under fueling to fueling around training. There's a couple about way back, maybe so 25 about getting started with nutrition. Like fueled with Dr. Sampson. I think I often answer specific questions people put up. I think I'm on episode 89. Thanks. I think I am on episode 85 or something. 85 now. Yes. Yeah. Scratch labs. These are portables. Look. Also check out Lizzie, Holden, and Luke Schultz. Pocket fuel. Pocket fuel. Right free. So, yes, I did an episode with them, and they have these great Rice Krispie recipes. Tried 2 recipes. So far so good. Yeah, I think of nutrition. It's no perfect one way, one big size fits all. Everyone's got different needs. What's you try so far? Ooh, someone's making an attack. They're catching up. So pocket fuel Rice Krispies, Rice Krispie cakes. Amazing. Rice bubbles, marshmallows, and butter. Cheap and tasty. Or Rice Krispies. Well, we're almost back at the club. Definitely time to wrap up soon, I reckon. That might have to be my 3rd recipe. I've got to edit a YouTube video that takes less than 10 minutes. Super easy. Yeah, it might be a bit harder. Super easy. Wow. Otherwise, rice cakes made with, look, think sushi. You can also use, if you can't get puffed rice, you can use rice crackers. Puffed rice. And break up rice cakes. Thing with sports nutrition, keep it simple, keep it easy, have things that you like eating, and you'll be much more likely to sort of feel well. Which I'm meeting you all in Yorker. Absolutely. Alright, sweet, cool, let's wrap up, don't we? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for joining me all, guys. Me today. See you next time. Thanks, girl. Next time. Alright. Dashboard. I might stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. You will all recognize my pack jersey. Alrighty. Stop. Thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna log out, and hopefully next time I have less tech issues and this will work so that I can actually see your questions on YouTube. But otherwise, thanks for all the questions and for watching, and I will see you next time. That's all for today. Like, subscribe, feel you're right, and I will see you soon. Bye.